Oh, hey, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. What's up, dirty plant hoes, and welcome back to my channel. So, I've been away for about a year, and a lot of things have happened over the past year. So, I'm just going to give you a super quick rundown on those things. Some of them are positive, and some of them are negative. And a lot of things have changed for me, I would say, in a lot of aspects of life, pretty much across the board, and especially with plant collecting. Here we go. Both of my boys got their driver's licenses. One of my babies graduated high school. Insane, I know. And the other one is a senior this year. That has really changed a lot of things. They're driving on their own to work, and they're a lot less dependent on me now, and just things are a lot different. Some days I really like it, and some days I really hate it. If you've watched my channel for any length of time, if you're an old viewer, then you know I was pretty terrified of flying in airplanes. Pretty much a homebody, borderline agoraphobic, and I've made tons of progress with that. I've flown a bunch actually over the past couple of years, and I've had a really great time. I'll be inserting some pictures here of some trips that we've taken, and I've just had a blast and really discovered over the past couple years that I really love traveling. Unfortunately, over the past year, we also lost Casey's dad. I don't want to get into too much of it. Casey and I miss him a lot, and there's not a day that goes by that we don't talk about him and laugh about his silliness and things like that. So we miss him a lot. And I turned 41. That was fun. We went on a trip. I think it was around the same time. All in all, the year has had some serious ups and some serious downs, and it's been a crazy ride. So that's just to kind of catch you up and show you guys some pictures and let you guys know kind of where I've been over the past year. Let's get into the plant collection ordeal, okay? Here's some brutal honesty for you. I have about 90% less plants in my collection. That's right. I went from somebody who used to keep about 500 plus houseplants to, I don't know, during the past year when I was making this transition into having a smaller, more sustainable houseplant collection for my personality type, I went through a lot of stages of mentals during this whole thing. I went through a deep shame spiral. I was embarrassed. I had to go through a lot of stuff internally, and I had to work through that. But at the end of the day, houseplants are kind of here to service us in a way, to service our lifestyles. Let's put it like that. If you're always trying to take care of plants that don't fit your lifestyle, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. And let's be real, there's type A people out there and there's type B people out there. I am a type B person, okay? Through and through. And if you've watched me for any amount of time, you know that. And so many of the plants that I had collected over the years were not type personality B people plants, okay? They required a lot more attention and care than I was ever going to give them. And I was lying to myself for a long time about stuff like that, and I'm just not lying to myself anymore. That doesn't mean that I don't have plants. That doesn't mean that I don't shop for plants or buy plants. So I'm not in the business of eternally punishing myself for having plants and then lost plants. In an orchid collecting society, they were sharing their own personal stories about how many thousands of orchids they have lost over the years in orchid keeping through a million different mechanisms of loss, right? Either they didn't care for them properly, the environment wasn't proper, trial and error with keeping of certain plants, and none of these people had shame associated with that. It was kind of almost like a badge of honor. They almost looked like it as a badge of honor. That's how many plants I've gone through. So this is the wisdom that I have acquired after having that many plants and have collected that many plants. You following me here? I have gained a small amount of wisdom when it comes to plant collecting about which plants work for me, which plants don't. I also do not buy plants that don't work for me anymore. I admire them. I think that they're beautiful. I think they're cute, but I just know when I'm at the plant store that that plant's not going to live. If I bring it home, it is just not going to live. As it turns out, the Phalaenopsis orchid works so incredibly well for my plant keeping style. And for whatever reason, people think that they are so difficult, and you know, there's all these really bad rumors out there about like how you're supposed to keep orchids. They're extremely easy. They're extremely drought resistant. I love them so much. I do also have 2 very large peace lilies from Casey's dad's service, so I do still have a couple of larger type plants that need a lot of water that don't necessarily fit my lifestyle, but I would like to keep these in our family and as long as possible. And yes, that is a lot of pressure. Okay, so don't kill that one or that one over there. This one also is not really like according to my lifestyle. Insert name here because I can't fucking remember. I know this takes a lot more water care and maintenance than what I'm willing to give these days in my plant collection. This was a free gift. I went and picked up a couple of orchids from a local houseplant shop near me. They threw this in as a free gift on top of it. So I was super appreciative. I have somehow managed to keep it alive this far, but I do not plan on being able to keep it alive forever, okay? Because something's probably going to go down. Something's probably going to happen. And I am just no longer in the biz of holding a lot of shame and stuff for when plants don't make it, okay? All right then. And if you ever have felt this way in your plant collecting journey and you've dealt with a lot of shame or disappointment or embarrassment because at some point you had a large collection and now you have a much smaller collection, what you really have is a great accumulation of wisdom. You tried a lot of different things. You know what works and what doesn't work. You know how to make things die. It's just like hours in the trade. It's nothing to be embarrassed of. And sometimes we just have to come around to the other side of the main initial, like, oh my God, this is so fun and so exciting. And I love collecting plants so much. And look at these things. There comes a point where either A, you have a type A personality and you're really going to excel in your plant care and make schedules and do good. Or B, you're probably a type B person and you're going to struggle. Have a lot of anxiety. So we don't want that for you. Life is full of anxiety. We don't need extra anxiety in our plant care, okay? I want to release you from any weird feelings that you may have about your current plant collection because it is about to get real, okay? I'm going to show you how I went from having 500 plants in my collection to having this number here because I haven't counted yet. Man, shut That's it. That's all there is to it. I know this can make people feel a lot of different kind of ways. It's okay. I'm all right with you having feelings about it. I had a lot of feelings about it too, but I also feel like I've kind of moved through those feelings, and I know now that this is just a better lifestyle for me, having less things to do about it. And I plan on making videos in the future explaining the breakdown that happened over time, because it wasn't any one thing that caused me to downsize so dramatically. It was a lot of things over a long period of time. So we'll be delving into that in future videos. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope it could make you feel some sort of peace, maybe about your own collection. If you think that it's awful and terrible, I'm really sorry. I don't know what you want from me. Anyways, so yeah, it is what it is. That's what's up. It's a pretty small collection now, so... You got beef or what? Peace out. Later, taters. Bye. Really quick shout out to my channel supporters, level 2 and level 1, Dirty Plant Hose and Dirty Plant Enthusiasts. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I know that I haven't uploaded in a year, and now is the time. If you were unaware that these charges were being made on your YouTube subscription account, please amend that now. But if you are aware that you're supporting my channel, thank you so much for your support. We deeply appreciate it. See you soon, baby doll.